our regional minister, dignitaries here in present, I hereby present KMA 2 consultant to do presentation on our behalf.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nane Beme. I'm an architect. I'm with my partner, Agnes. We're from Agnes. We've been working with KMA to reimagine what Kumasi could be as a revitalized city. A second viable city after Accra, ideally, after you open a business, the next natural thing to do would be to open a second one in Kumasi. We'll have a short video. More detail on that that will be shared during the breakout sessions. Apart from this, there are a few other projects we worked with KMA on in very prime locations. So for the investors here, I would encourage you to join us at the breakout sessions to view them. If you can just do a quick flip through of those projects as well. Agnes will take it.
So it's a good way to end. We have more females at the end than at the beginning. We'll quickly run through. We've been working with the KMA to revitalize the city, basically to densify most zones of the city in such a way that you have an anchor commercial project which is then surrounded with housing because of the huge housing deficits we are experiencing throughout the country. And so basically it's for us to have various zones, as I've already mentioned, and then we'll quickly run through. Each of the mixed-use anchor projects will have hospital mixed use, so that no building is single use. So that what happens basically nowadays is a dome in the night will go to sleep and nothing is happening. But if you have something that is active in the night, then the same place is generating income for whoever is going to invest in that project. If the gentleman will quick, there are multi-story car parks which will ease the congestion in Kumasi. Mixed-use buildings, this located in a dome. Each of them, we've incorporated amusement activities as well, because a lot of people come to Kumasi maybe for funerals or any other things, and it would be good if maybe we came with our children. They can be busy spending money on Kumasi whilst we are doing our business as well. And so that's the thought that we've thought through in each of the projects. For the wealthy people who want luxury homes, there's some that will be considered for them. There are also mixed income housing to cover every group of people. But the general idea is to densify the city so that we don't have one building on 5 acres, on 2 acres, and then the city ends up sprawling, and so we end up having traffic. I grew up in Kumasi, there was no traffic, but now there's a lot more traffic than there was before. And that's a way that we've been considering with the KMA to redevelop. Additionally, the convention center, in earlier discussions, they talked about not having conference facilities. We want to have the largest conference facility in Kumasi, in Africa actually, so that it becomes an anchor point. People could go to other places to have 1,000, 2,000 capacity, but if you end up having a 5,000 capacity and it's the only one in Africa, Kumasi then becomes a destination for people to come to. So that's something that we've designed as well. And all of these have cultural inferences that have come through with the design. So this is an image of a mixed-use facility. No, we don't just dream. So I just dream. Typically, in most countries, there's not just one city that is the main city. You have sister competing cities. So, say Washington has something that New York doesn't have, and New York has something that maybe California doesn't have. And yet, each city has its own clear identity and character, and that's what we would want Kumasi to be, a little more competing, viable option. And so. So these are visions that we've had with the KMA in their plan for it, for Kumasi. And we've done in Accra quite a lot already, and so this is very possible. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. If there are any questions in the parallel submissions, we'll be available to answer.